Simply Adventuring, coming to you here from Lancaster, PA. We're here at the Greenfield Corporate Center. We are here for a new event to me, but I heard it's been going on maybe for a year or two now. We are here at Greenfield Holiday Celebration, and the theme this year is Holidays on the Ranch. So let's go and check out what this event entails. So we got some decorated trees. Oh, I love the big ornament here. It's obviously you can see it's a selfie. Great selfie spot there as well. So that's a great I'm sure it'll look even nicer once it gets darker. I'll try to get a picture of a selfie of myself in there when it gets a little darker, but just wanted to show you what it looks like now. And there's the Greenfield logo. There's a bench there, and there's food vendors here. So this changed a lot since I've last was here. Maybe about 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I did a walk around through here, but I don't know if I actually recorded it or not. But we'll go through the vendors here, see what's available. So you got Waco Taco, you got Radish, you got Gourmet Julie's Way, and coffee. So they have this big old tent in here and some fire pits. I know they're gonna have s'mores and stuff like that. So this is a public event, a free event, but it was oh wow. So there's a tree farm here. Hello.
You don't have to start there, but you can if you'd like.
Okay. Well, I know I'm gonna have to probably edit a lot of this copyrighted music. I'm talking to the camera about the copyrighted music. Yeah. So they have these seedlings. So you can plant them. So I'm gonna get a seedling here. Starting to feel it out of the sidewalks, out of the street lights, out of the nights that it's officially Christmas. It's like baby trees. Plastic white pine. Do you need the Greenfield emails? No.
Okay, would you like to?
Yes.
Okay, you can fill that out then, and we'll make sure you get all the notices.
Okay.
Do you want me to hold anything, or do you need help?
So as you can see, I got my little seedling here. So over here we have oh, Santa's Saddleback Stable here. So we got petting zoo here. So this is a very family friendly event. So the animals are being provided by Parney Animals Farm. pet us on our bodies, but so we're allowed to pet them on their bodies, but not on their faces. So, yeah, I know you guys like to kind of spit, so gotta be careful. See if he'll let me pet him. Oh wow, he's so soft. He feels so soft. So let me quickly check into the event.
And the bunnies are so soft.
So I've officially checked in to the event. So now let me get some pictures. Oh, they got carrots.
Yep, carrots and apples.
Oh, okay. Let's see which one will take this guy. Oh,
You're fine. Yeah, I can't get him to come to me.
come on. You don't want?
Or the donkey.
No. You're probably not hungry. You're probably.
I don't want pets. I'm like,
Huh?
come on, I'm supposed to be able to catch you.
Yeah. I had to I had to reach, and then he kind of got scared when I.
And the sheep won't do either. Oh, look at you, you got it.
There we go.
Hi,
Yeah. You don't want it? He's like, nope. Yeah. You want it?
Don't touch our faces.
No?
Yeah,
No?
you can touch the duckies.
See if the donkey wants it or not. Here, Mr. Donkey. He's like, nope. Come on. A carrot? Come on. He's like, nope. He's I love this grass better. Nope. He's like, I don't like people. Try later or something. So let me look around. So this is make your own ornament right here. Oh, cool. So I think you have two options. You can
touch. You're welcome.
You can pick an ornament. There's
You
strings.
can take a string and an
Okay.
ornament if you'd like.
Yep.
There's stencils on the table, lettering as well. You can take one of these if you like.
Oh, stencils.
Just be careful when you're doing your color with the marker because it does bleed through, so you don't have to go crazy with it.
Okay.
All right? Thank you. Have fun.
Okay, thank you. So let's see. We can find this. So supposedly you're supposed to be able to burn, but I'm gonna pause. So there's my final design. It was a wreath. So I thought it would be actually burned in, but it's like a stencil with a marker, make it look like that it's actually burned in, but it still was fun to make. So there's gonna be a cooking show, a cooking demonstration soon. I'm not sure. Okay, it's over here. So they have I guess that's if you want to be able to hear what he's saying. I guess they don't have like loudspeakers or whatever, but you can put on the headphones and listen in on what he's.
I'll get you some headphones in just a second.
So we're gonna check out the demo here. So they're doing the southern corn pudding at 4:15, and then at 5:45 they're doing the white chocolate and cranberry bread pudding.
It's still in there.
I have to try one of those too. Maybe even both for Christmas dinner. Thank you.
Thank you all very much for coming and sitting and joining in our first demo here. My name is Chef Jay Varga. I'm the executive chef of the JDK Group out in Greenfield, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We're a large event catering and event company. I've personally been doing this for 20 years, but I've been on the JDK Group for 10 years now. This is our first time actually doing something like this at an actual event, so I've done plenty of presentations on stages before, but I like this little more intimate, private session that we have going here. So I hope you all are excited. We're going to go through my southern corn pudding recipe today. So, like I said, I've been with JDK for 10 years. I was born and raised in the South. So growing up on Southern country food is kind of something that's always been a staple for us. Spent most of my life in North Carolina, a little bit of time in Virginia, and family in Alabama, Georgia, Florida, the whole South. We have it covered all around. I chose this corn pudding recipe today because this is just a base recipe. So the recipe card that you got is a base recipe to make just a simple corn pudding as is. But the good thing about this recipe is you can do so much more to alter it however you want. So this is kind of me giving you the base part and then let you go home and experiment. However you like it a little bit spicier, you want to make it a Cajun flavor. You want to turn it into how you want to do it. These simple things that you can add ingredients to. And as I go through the process, we kind of talk about it a little bit of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and then where would be good points to add things. So if y'all ready, we're going to go ahead and get started. I got, you'll see on the recipe card that our butter needs to be softened in at room temperature. Unfortunately, I did not have that pleasure of getting it to soften in this cold time, so we're going to heat it up a little bit. Ideally, we don't want it to be hot when we mix in our wet ingredients because we don't want to cook the eggs. So I'm going to get it going now. I'm going to slow roll through the dry ingredients. So hopefully we have it softened enough so we can put it mix and everything. I can guarantee you what I'm putting together today is all for show. As you can see, I have some stuff, so when we do the sample, I already have some pre-made ready for all of y'all to try. So, basis corn pudding. 3 steps. You have the dry ingredients, the wet ingredients, and you have your corn. Those are the 3 basic steps of making corn pudding. So we're going to start with our dry ingredients first. You always want to make salt, baking powder. Now we're going to put the baking powder into the dry mix because unlike a bread or anything, I want it to rise a little. So it will rise some, it's not going to rise a lot because of all the heavy ingredients in there, but the baking powder will still help with the congealed part of it to have it rise some. So we're going to put in our baking powder, and last but not least, cayenne pepper. So a little bit of sweet, a little bit of spice, always goes well together. Now at this stage, this is kind of where I was talking about where you can play around with it some. These are my basic ingredients that I'm going to use right here. But if we wanted to, instead of cayenne pepper, we wanted to do like a Cajun pork, we can add in some type of Cajun spice, paprika, cumin, any type of ingredient that you kind of want to blend in with your spice-wise, you can. Get creative with it. Again, cayenne is kind of the staple here. We just want to make sure that we're stirring and have these completely blended together, nice and mixed, so that way we stay consistent. Next, we're going to do our wet mix. Butter's looking kind of good. Got a little bit of piece in there, but for the most part, hopefully that's not too more. Just a little bit of vanilla for flavor. Now for this ratio, I have 6 whole eggs that we're going to put in. Now the recipe I provided for you today should make about a 9 by 13 casserole dish. So obviously you would scale it up if you need to make larger batches, but the recipe that you have should be your basic 9 by 13 casserole dish if you go to make that recipe as is. So 6 eggs. Before we add our cream, we're gonna beat our eggs into the butter mixture. We want to make sure we get all the pieces of butter and flakes whisking. Don't want to leave any chunks of butter behind, otherwise it's going to cause for inconsistent cooking throughout the pudding. So it may take a little bit more of a process, but please always make sure that you fully incorporate your butter and eggs together and leave no type of chunk. We use the eggs in there because the eggs is our binding agent. Egg whites is what has the binding capacity in the egg. So whenever, as you can see, if you've cooked eggs before, obviously everybody has the egg white. When it cooks, it congeals. So that heat gives it that thickening agent that congeals. That's what's going to kind of hold our pudding all together and give it that pudding-like consistency, so where it's kind of all baked in and it's not wet and loose. Heavy cream as my dairy portion of it instead of milk or anything else like that. Again, it helps with the thickening part of the pudding. Also, just a higher fat content, which I just think goes really well. You can use 2% whole milk if you like. If you can, you just have to be careful with your flour ratio, because if you use something that's a little bit thinner and not as fatty, it's not going to form as well as heavy. So this is a basic heavy cream. You get it right in the grocery store. We're just going to slowly whisk it in. So we talked about the dry stuff and how you can add in different spices and everything. If you wanted to add anything else besides the corn or anything, I know a lot of times we've done it to where we've sauteed up some peppers and onions and
Ground. Put your heel down. Put your left toe, heel down. And then we're gonna do 2 pivots. We step forward with our right, spin on our toes. Step forward with your right, spin on your toes. So we end up facing the back wall. So it's a quarter turn each time we do it. We step forward and spin, forward and spin. All right, try it with me. From the toe strut, 5, 6, 7, 8, right toe, left toe, step right and turn, step right and turn. Good. All right, let's do that one more time. Hi, are you okay? Okay, good. 5, 6, 7, 8, right toe, left toe, step, turn. Good. All right, that's the entire dance. That's literally all there is. Let's do it from the top. Weight is on our left foot. From the top. 5, 6, 7, 8. Is step together, step this way. To the left, step together, step this way. Now walk it back, step right and left and right and left toe strut. Right toe, left toe, pivot turn. Pivot turn. Good job. All right, we're gonna do the back roll now. That's the fun.
So they have different beverages. So this is the they call the Cowboy Christmas Cantina.
All right, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step together, step this way. Left, step together, step this way. Now walk it back, step right, and left, and just right. Right toe, left toe, pivot turn.
Trying to decide what I want to have.
Step this way. To the left, step together.
In the description, I'll let you know what beverages are available here. I know they have mulled wine and several other hot chocolate as well.
All right, everybody got your music. Are you ready? It's easy, right? Here we go.
I don't know if I want hot or cold.
Here we go.
Beautiful setup here. Just right outside the tent, they have hay bales. Nice fire going.
Is that a camera?
Yeah.
All right, now we have 2 options.
It's a GoPro.
Oh, that's a GoPro.
Yeah.
Hear about them, but never seen one.
What would you guys like to do? You want another one real quick?
We got people tending to the fire.
Do another. All right.
And they got blankets if you get cold.
Country walking. Here is a quick demo.
As you can see, it's now starting to get darker, and the trees and all the decorations are starting to show their beautiful colors now. There's the ornament entrance over. Pretty neat little event so far.
Do not be intimidated by the jazz boxes. They are not hard. All right, so the first move, I know this is really, really hard. Do you guys know how to walk? Do you know how to walk? Yeah? You guys are a very responsive group. Wait, why didn't she come out with you? Really? All right, 35 years, God bless you. Move forward, everybody. All right, here we go. We are gonna start by walking. Very complex. We walk right, left, right, kick, and then we go back.
So there's our food trucks again. Now I'm gonna wait till the 5:45 for the next demo for the white chocolate and cranberry bread pudding.
Not good every day, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's good. All right. We're going to do that 2 times in a row.
How's everybody doing? Yep. Yeah. I think I keep turning it off when I put it in my mouth. I'm going really slow this time. Still got everybody? All right. How's everybody doing? Good. Thank y'all so much for joining us. My name is Jay Morgan. I'm the executive chef of the JDK Group out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We specialize in large events and catering. And I've been with the company for about 10 years now. Prior to that, I spent a lot of time in the South. I was born and raised in the South. Previously, I was in Williamsburg, Virginia for about 6 years. Born and raised in Greensboro, North Carolina, family in Louisville. So yeah. So if any of y'all attended the first one, thank y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed the corn pudding. If you got to try the corn pudding, I appreciate it. Now we're going to focus on the dessert part. And we're going to do a bread pudding. I know it seems like I'm doing all the puddings today. So bread pudding is one of my favorite desserts that you can do. I mean, it's just very comforting, nice, warm. You put whatever you want to on top, but it's just such a good dessert that I love it. It's one thing I wanted to feature today. We do have recipe cards in the front. Today I'm going to do a white chocolate and cranberry. Again, this is a very base recipe that I'm using, so you can switch it up however you want. I've given you kind of like the groundwork of what you can use, but you can substitute out the chocolate and cranberry for other ingredients. We do all types of bread puddings. We can do a milk chocolate and banana. We can do salted caramel. Whatever you can think of. One of our most popular ones, and I'll go into it here in a second when I talk about bread, but we do a glazed donut bread pudding. Another good thing about bread pudding is you can use any type of bread. Typically I use a brioche loaf. I love brioche bread. It's egg-based, so it gives it a little bit extra binder. Also helps absorb liquid and give a good consistency. So brioche is always my favorite to use for bread pudding. But you can use whatever bread you have in the house. If you just have normal white bread, you can use that. It's all about how you cook it up. If you can use another type of bread, I would suggest that you kind of let it stale a little bit, like when you make stuffing or anything like that, because you want that texture part of it. Brioche you really don't have to do because it's so absorbent and binding already. You can use it fresh, which you can see I'm going to use right here. So bread pudding is just the consistency of a wet batter mixed with bread. You want to let that kind of sit and absorb, and then we just bake it off. So I'm just going to go through the basic steps of how we put it together, starting with the brioche loaf. Everybody has a different opinion on how they like to do it. Some people like big, thick chunks of bread. Some people like smaller. I'm more of a bigger chunk person. Like I like that larger pieces, easier to grab. But all you do is just scoop up the bread. We're gonna start with just some basic cubes here. Again, like I said, I like a big chunky cube. You can definitely go smaller than this. Some people, when it's stale, they like to crumble it a little bit and put it all in there. It all just turns to how it turns when it comes out the oven. So, me, I like that more of a textured, larger piece to go. So I'm just going to chop up all of our bread here. Now again, like I said, you can use whatever bread you want. One of our most popular ones, like I said, is a glazed donut bread pudding. So we literally just use glazed donuts, let them sit out and get stale a little bit, but it already has the sugar incorporated into it. And we make a brown butter caramel sauce to go on top. It's probably one of our most popular bread puddings that we do. It doesn't have to be uniform or anything. You just want to get large chunks. You can tear it apart if you'd like. But in this recipe, it's going to call for about 10 cups worth of bread. Now the recipe that you have, I know 10 cups seems like a lot of bread. Once it starts absorbing and it cooks off, you'll be surprised how little bit that is. This recipe, with 10 cups of bread and everything, will still only make about a 9 by 13 baking dish that you have. So it looks like it's going to be so much. Even after you chop the bread and put it all in there, you're like, why is there so much bread? Now the key to bread pudding is, after you mix it and you get it to where you want, you can actually let this sit. You want it to sit for a good 10 to 15 minutes. The reason you want to do that is, even though it looks like it's fully mixed, the bread's not still fully incorporated. You want it to soak in all of that and really get all the way through. Otherwise, you will get some dry pieces throughout the cooking process. So once you mix that, you just let it sit, hang out, obviously through the magic of everything else we'll have it ready. But once you let it sit, then you want to add in whatever other components you want to add in. So like I said, today we're going to do a white chocolate and cranberry. So I have your run-of-the-mill white chocolate chips. Okay, this is the eye test. I have a set amount on there that you can use. The chocolate level, you can go a little bit more. to go a little less. A little more. We get the white chocolate in, and then next we're going to do our cranberries. So what I use here, you can buy like canned cranberry jelly. Don't get the jellied stuff, get the already like kind of thicker cranberry mold. I like to use frozen cranberries. I let them come out, let them fall a little bit, not fully, but then we macerate them with sugar, cook them down, and let them thicken up by themselves. That way you get nice whole pieces throughout as well. It's not like a sauce. You'll see when we serve the samurai, the cranberry sauce that we'll drizzle on top. But this will help you get that cranberry flavor all throughout as well. Once you get that in, same thing, you want to get back in there, use the spoon and stuff. You want more of a hands-on type of person. So again, let's massage that all in there. Again, I'm squeezing as I'm going to help move the liquid around. Also, there's going to be some liquid from the cranberry, a little bit thicker, but help move it. As I'm mixing, I can see everything starting to turn that cranberry color. That nice red incorporate. A couple bigger pieces, we'll break that down. And just like a dough, you want it to float. So like if I pick it up and I should be able to put it into a ball. It needs to be fully absorbed and incorporated to get a really good creamy bread. If not, you can have a very dry thing. It's going to be more like stuffing in that way. That's the difference between stuffing and bread pudding. You want this fully, I think in the South we call it dressing too. You have it as wet as this. To me, it's not like traditional stuffing. But it's how we do, that's how we do our cornbread stuffing. What we call dressing. But you want it to be fully broken apart. And you'll see throughout, I still have big chunks of bread. So I still will have some of that texture and everything. But it's rolled all together. That right there is the basis of your bread pudding. All from here is now you just have to scoop it out into a pan. Make sure it's nice and greased up. Spray butter however you like. And then you just bake it off, and you'll get a nice finished product. I typically leave mine covered when I first start to bake because I want the bottom and everything else to bake before it browns on the top. And then we'll remove the cover before and let it finish in about 10 minutes so I can get that toasty top ready. When I do bake it, I cover it with saran wrap and then foil and bake it that way. So that way it keeps the moisture locked inside from the steam heat, not in the refrigerator. Simple yet easy. That's how you put together our basic white chocolate and cranberry. So now I'm just going to start giving out some samples. I'll have some people pass them to y'all. You don't have to come up, we'll get them passed to you. But anybody that'd like to come up and ask me questions or talk or whatever, I'm more than happy to have a chat with you. I really appreciate y'all sitting down with me for 10 minutes and going through our simple bread pudding recipe. Alright? Thank y'all so much.